McAfee tossed out counts that accused Trump and other defendants of solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer. Judge McAfee will also soon decide if Fulton County DA Fani Willis will remain on Trump's case following defense claims of conflict of interest involving Willis and former boyfriend Nathan Wade, who's the lead prosecutor in
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
To the wall it is. It's gone! It's gone! He hit it on the center field fence.
Way back. You can put a stamp on that one and put it to the post office. It's gone.
Cedartown wins the region championship. Cedartown Bulldogs, the third region championship in a row.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA, and we are glad to be with you here. We're just a few minutes earlier than originally scheduled. The game apparently a last-minute change that we weren't made aware of, but we'll go with it as we can, folks, and we'll get to these lineups as we go. As we're about ready to start the top half of the first inning. Cedartown Bulldogs and Carrollton Trojans doing battle here at the Dog Pound after the Bulldogs got a big win versus the Central Lions yesterday. Ready to go for the first pitch of this ball game, and we'll tell you who the pitcher is in a moment as that one misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Scrambling to get ready here today. The pitcher today is Gavin Allred. He gets the start, followed by the catcher, Dakota Matthews. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Back to the backstop, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Allred delivers. 3-0, high and tight.
Oh, so you already got him hand. Yeah. How you doing? I guess.
Allred is ready to go. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. That's ball 4. So Allred will walk the first batter he faces, and a base runner is aboard with nobody out here in the top of the first inning. This, I believe, is Hudson. Still trying to get everything loaded up here as Allred comes set, and the pitch is on the way, and there's a strike called. It's 0-1. Andrew Carter along with Sam Branch here on the Big AA. Glad to have you along with us. Hey, Sam.
It's a beautiful afternoon for baseball.
Isn't it?
Even if it is 25 minutes early.
Yeah. Go figure. Runner goes, chopper towards second. They'll go to the bag for 1 to first base, not in time. And it will be a fielder's choice on the grounder up the middle.
Close play over at first base, but a good turn there by Caleb Formby. I'm assuming is playing second base today. Just walked in.
That is correct, Caleb Formby.
Good turn to X. X with a good turn over to first base, but just not in time.
So there's 1 gone now as Albertus grounds into a fielder's choice, and now here's Mansour, and that one goes all the way back to the backstop. Runner's going to make it all the way to second base with no problem. 1 ball and no strikes to count. It'll take an inning, but we will get our bearings straight, ladies and gentlemen. 1 ball, no strikes. Maddox Mansour, the batter at the plate, as the Carrollton Trojans wearing gold tops. And there's a fly ball. There's a base hit to the left side. Runner's going to stop at third base. They're going to be at the corners with 1 out. And Allred gives up the first base hit of the day as the Trojans have them at the corners.
First and third, 1 out. Carrollton threatening here. Top of the first inning. That'll bring up number 3 for the Trojans.
Let's turn 2 right here.
Dogs, someone said let's turn 2, and I think that's a very good idea. We turned 3 double plays in the ball game yesterday against the Central Lions en route to our first region win, or our first region game, as the Dogs have won 3 straight ball games. Runner bluffs, heads back, pitches a breaking ball for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count. Probably the first really warm day today. That pitch misses up.
I would say so. I don't even think it was this warm when we were down at St. Simon's, Brunswick area. I think it was a little cooler on those days as well, but it's a beautiful day. Wind blowing straight in from center field right now, but not by a lot. Throw over to first base, and Mansour is back safely. Temperature here at game time, 73 degrees.
Just wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow should be even warmer than today. 1-1 the count. Runner goes. Pitch is popped up left side. Giving chase in foul territory. That catch will be made by X Holiday in foul territory. And the runners will stay put at their bags, 2 gone. And X Holiday ranging all the way over from the shortstop position. But, Sam, I think he had the best look at that ball.
He did. You could tell Ace Allen playing third base today did not have that great of a jump on it, but X did. X waved off Allen. Allen smartly, quickly got out of the way, so that will be the second out of the inning. The runners staying put at first and third. Runner goes.
And the pitch is going to miss. 1 ball, no strikes. No throw to second base, so runners will be at second and third. This is the designated hitter, number 1, Jordan White. So Carrollton with runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitch on the way from Allred is taken upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll get to your lineup here in a moment. A little bit of a different defensive setup. There's a nice breaking ball, 2-1 in the count, right there in the zone. Bulldogs wearing their red jersey tops with the gray pants, black hats. The 2-1 pitch. Took something off of that and missed upstairs.
Andrew, as you said, a little bit defensive changes for Cedartown today. Brody Blackman getting the start over in left field. Jack Roper will get the start in center, and Yarber will get the start over in right field. And then in the infield, left to right, it's Allen Holiday, Formby Dingler, and Dakota Matthews behind the plate.
3-1 pitch bounces up there, and the bases will be loaded. So, bases full with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
Luckily, there are 2 outs, though, so anything on the ground in the infield hopefully will get us out of this one. But it does load the bases. The Trojans in danger here of taking a lead in the top of the first. Binion, the batter.
Here comes the pitch. There's a called strike, 1 on the outside corner. This is number 22, Caleb Binion. Albertus at second, Mansour that's Mansour at second, Albert's at third, and White's at first. That pitch misses down low, 1 ball and 1 strike is your count. Tomorrow when we play the doubleheader against Central, first the 1-1. Gets away, runner's going to score on that wild pitch, I think. Yes. And Carrollton takes an early 1-0 lead on a pitch that got away from the catcher. So Carrollton up 1-0, and everybody else moves up 90 feet as well. And the count goes to 2-1. Cedartown plays the Central Lions tomorrow. First pitch at 5 p.m. And we should be near 80 degrees tomorrow for that game.
It's supposed to be a really pretty day tomorrow, and then it's going to, again, be a rainy Friday for us here in Cedartown.
Here's the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. This, I believe, is Gavin's first start on the mound this year. I know the Dogs are going to try to save their main arms for the series tomorrow, the doubleheader with the Central Lions, although Allred has proven himself a good pitcher, and he's going to try to get out of this inning here without allowing another run. 3-1 the count, and the pitch on the way. Hits him.
That'll load him back up.
Yep.
So the base is once again full of Trojans with 2 outs. Carrollton already plating 1 run in this top of the first inning. And so we will see what Allred is able to do. Carrollton coming into this afternoon with a record of 7-5, while the Bulldogs are 3-8. And as you mentioned, picking up a win against Central yesterday, their first region win of the season, their 3rd win in a row. Carrollton, they have won 2 in a row, looking to keep their streak going, most recently against Pike County 3-1.
This is Evan Moody, and that's hit down the right side. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is just foul. Foul by about a foot down the right field line. That might have cleared the bases had it gotten in the corner.
Carrollton picking up some big wins throughout the season against Northgate 11-0. They defeated East Paulding 8-1. Go back into February, and they would start things off against Hillgrove with a 10-0 win and defeated Harris County by a final of 15-5. But the Dogs have gotten hot just at the right time. You talk about it a lot, especially in baseball and basketball, when you get ready to hit that region schedule, and here we are right in the midst of it, as that one's going to get past Matthews, and 1 run is going to come home, and it is 2-0 now Trojans.
Both runs coming via wild pitches or pass balls.
And we've seen that before, unfortunately, with this Cedartown squad. They make mistakes that lead to big time runs and sometimes big innings, and we do not need a big inning here with already 2 runs across. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, 2 on, 2 out, 2-0.
Here comes the 1-1, called strike 2.
Good pitch there by Gavin just to come back and not only get a strike but also deliver a confident pitch. Hopefully that'll kind of settle the nerves a little bit and remind himself that he's in a good spot. Just got to make 1 more good pitch and get us out of this inning.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and he just did that. And the side will be retired, but 2 runs come across on only 1 hit, and 2 left. We head now to the bottom half of the first inning. Carrollton 2 and Cedartown coming up. Cedartown baseball is here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, back after a 60-second timeout.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number, 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
2-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Dogs trail the Carrollton Trojans, who would plate 2 on wild pitches. It'll be the top of the order for the Dogs. We'll go through that starting lineup for Cedartown. Holiday will bat in the number 1 spot and get the start over at shortstop. Batting second and playing third is Ace Allen. Batting third, the designated hitter, Samuel Formby. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Cole Dingler, the first baseman. Behind the plate today for the Dogs is Dakota Matthews. He will bat 5th. Over at second base will be Caleb Formby. He will bat 6th. In the 7th spot, it'll be Jacob Yarber getting the start over in right field. In the 8th spot, it'll be Brody Blackman getting the start over in left field. And in the 9 hole, it'll be Jack Roper getting the start at center field. So Holiday leads it off here in the bottom of the first, and grounds one over to the right side. Foul ball.
Yeah, I think it's, a little bit of a different look here in this midweek game, maybe just to kind of give some other guys some time to see what they can do. Mansour, the starting pitcher, delivers, and it's a ground ball hit toward first base. It'll be a race to the bag. Instead, they will feed over to the pitcher covering, and he just gets there in time to tag the bag before Holiday does, and that's out number 1.
And let me tell you, Mansour, if he had hesitated just a little bit, X was going to beat him to the bag there, but he does not. Mansour getting the start. Bell will be the catcher from left to right. In the infield, it'll be, how would you say that, King? How would you say that third baseman's name? Kingter, Bishop, Albertus, and Cobb.
Pitch on the way to Ace Allen, and he'll take a strike 0-1.
In the outfield from left to right, it's Binion, Hudson, and Moody for the Trojans. So 1 out, nobody on, Ace Allen.
Bryce Kingter, by the way, is the one we were talking about. There's a cut and a foul tip, and now Ace is in the hole now, 0-2. In the game yesterday, in a game that did not really feature much offense at all, Holiday did have a couple of hits. 0-2 pitch is a fastball that gets away from him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Talking about the lineup, we see basketball coaches sometimes will switch up their starting 5 just to kind of put a wrinkle in things. You see baseball coaches do it occasionally as well.
1-2 pitch bounces up there, 2 balls and 2 strikes, especially with a game like this that doesn't mean anything in region play.
And typically you'll see them do it more with the batting order, but you will see them occasionally mix in some different folks out just throughout the lineup in general, and they've done so here today against the Trojans.
Mansour's 2-2 pitch is a flare shot over second base and through for a base hit. The second baseman playing there between the bags at first and second, and he's unable to get to it as Albertus tried to leap there, and the Dogs have their first base hit.
Just over his head, over there at second, it'll bring up Samuel Formby. Formby with a big double, and would later come around to score the only run for the Dogs in yesterday's contest. We could use another double here. 1 on, 1 out. Dogs trail 2-0, bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, Samuel Formby had his first home run in the Ringgold ball game, which was the first game of that 3-game win streak the Bulldogs have been on so far. Ace Allen leads the way. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses out and down. 1 ball, no strikes to Samuel Formby.
The Dogs defeated the Ringgold Tigers, and then last Friday they defeated Northside Columbus over at Blessed Trinity High School in Atlanta. You guys not only beat the Knights, but you beat the rain. It was a absolute torrential downpour at one point here while you guys were playing and broadcasting, and I heard you say it is sprinkling here, and I wanted to tell you I'm getting out my canoe here.
1-0 pitch, tapped foul at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, after the rain started, it didn't stop on the way home. Now, Ringgold actually showed up after we got done, and they were set to play Northside Columbus in the nightcap, and I think they got started. I was talking to one of the parents who was actually the PA announcer for Ringgold when we were there, and he said he couldn't believe they were going to try to get this ball game in, and I concurred. That misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike the count now to Samuel Formby. But Samuel, in the game against Ringgold, that towering home run to right center field, and he didn't miss it. In fact, I see some fans out there maybe hoping to collect a home run ball if he's able to connect with one here. The 2-1. That bounces up there, and I guess that's ball 4.
That is. Nope, he's holding up a 3. And they're going to call the runner at first out. They're going to call Ace Allen out. Everybody thought it was ball 4 except for Carrollton. Ace Allen was headed down to second. Samuel Formby was headed down to first. And Carrollton, on the confusion for the Dogs, records an out over at first base.
Well, I don't understand, because ball 3 was on the screen and ball 2 was up on the board. I don't know why they thought it was ball 4. But it's 3-1, and now there's 2 gone. Very strange situation there. There's a fly ball to left field pretty deep, but it's going to be playable. Binion back there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. Base is empty after the base running mistake by the Bulldogs. They had a base running mistake against Northside Columbus in the first inning as well, but were able to hold on and win that ball game. But right now, at the end of 1, Carrollton leads the Bulldogs by a score of 2-0. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back with more baseball action after this on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
8, 9, and 1 due up for the Trojans. It will be Dylan Bishop as he lays down a bunt to the left side. The third baseman charges. The pitcher will pick it up and throw on to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Carrollton on top, 2-0, and it will bring up John Cobb. Caleb Hudson on deck for the Trojans.
Sam, that's a play earlier in the season that we weren't able to make, and good job there by the infield to vacuum up that bunt. Already delivers to the plate, and it's low and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to count.
There was a little bit of confusion there, but I think we had a lot better communication, like you said, than we would have had earlier in the year. So good communication there between Allen and Gavin Allred to record the out.
1-0 pitch on the way to chopper toward shortstop as Holiday fields and throws. Good play, 2 gone.
Back to the top of the order, it will be Hudson, who drew a walk to start things off. So Caleb Hudson comes to the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs here at the top of the second inning. Another thing that Cedartown has run into throughout this season has been 2-out trouble. So we will, after a quick 1-up or 2-up, 2-down, we will hope to avoid anything and go 3-up, 3-down. And there is a stinging.
That ball stung to right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Big turn.
Well, I was going to say there is a stinging flying object in the press box, and then you picked up right where I left off, just like just like a professional.
It's that time of year.
A professional.
Well, it's that time of year.
Yeah, it is.
The bees are.
Do you think I could take this bat and hit it?
We might have to.
We might have to replace a window if we do that.
We might.
Don't mind me. Ooh.
Nicely done.
Look at the stinger on that fella. I think it's just a little wasp. It's all right.
While that was happening, I think we had a hit batsman.
We did. So Hudson will move up to second base. Albertus will go to first base, and this will bring up Mansour, the opposing pitcher, who is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Maddox Mansour. Is that French?
Sounds like it. That one is fouled at the plate. Strike 1. You heard the ding of the bat there. So a foul tip.
Runners at first and second, 2 out. 2-0 Carrollton on top.
Oh, 1 the count, the pitch. Hit on the ground past third base, but got some leather on it, did Ace Allen, and that actually saved a run. The bases are going to be loaded again with 2 outs, but that's certainly better than the alternative of a run scoring on a base hit.
Yeah, he knocked it down enough so that it slowed it down so that X Holiday could come over from his spot at shortstop and get it in quickly.
Yeah.
And so that'll bring up the third baseman for the Trojans. He comes to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
That one is outside. A good stop there by Dakota Matthews, 1 ball, no strikes.
What did we decide on his name? Kingter?
I think it's Kingter. It's not Kingetter. I think it's Kingter. Sounds right. Sounds good. Another bouncer up there and a good stop by All Red once again. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Your count. Can you hand me that wasp killer right there?
I sure can. Do we have another one?
No, I'm going to actually use it as a phone holder.
Okay. You mean what it's intended to be?
Yes.
Outstanding. That one missed upstairs, yeah.
3 balls and no strikes, a walk away from, or another ball away from a run coming across. 2-0 lead. And as you mentioned, Sam, 2-out trouble, and that's exactly what the Dogs have had to contend with.
And it's brewing
in this
here.
Inning. It sure is. Got to throw a strike, 3-0, and he didn't. Ball 4. And Carrollton takes a 3-0 lead.
Look, they're double checking to make sure it was ball 4. Yeah. They don't want to get caught in the same predicament that we did, and that'll bring up pitching coach Josh Smith out of the dugout. He'll come out, have a conversation with Gavin and Dakota. If I'm not mistaken, all 3 runs have been scored with 2 outs.
I believe you're right.
2 on pass balls in the first, and now a walk run scored.
Yeah, bases loaded walk. Only Carrollton has 3 hits, and All Red has given up 2 runs only, and 3 runs and 2 of them earned.
You know, we brought it up last time we were here at the CHS Doghouse, death by 1,000 cuts. Well, right now it's been death by 1,000 cuts.
First pitch to White is going to be a ball inside. 1 ball, no
and
strikes.
that was just missed inside, though. Good pitch there by Gavin. We'll see how he's able to come back after that meeting with Coach Smith on the mound and the bases loaded.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big hack there by White, and he came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think he was trying to go for the grand salami. Give the fans over in right field a souvenir.
1-1.
Oh.
Hits him. And another bases loaded free pass will make it 4-0. And we'll see how much longer they're able to go with All Red here, as he's given up 2 runs in this inning with bases loaded walks or a hit batsman. And Coach Johnson comes out and he's going to pull the plug. So here comes the second coach's visit of the inning, and Coach Johnson will come out there and he will make the call. So All Red is unable to get out of the second inning. He goes an inning and 2/3. We'll tell you about his line when we come back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
4-0 and a bases loaded situation for Ra Ware, who will come in relief of Gavin Allred. Allred would go 1 2/3. His line so far: 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, and a single strikeout.
Well, and we're hoping that these base runners are his responsibility, but we're hoping
that's what his line ends at. We don't want it to have to come back and give you a change.
We hope that Ra Ware is able to bail him out here. So 2 runs scored by Carrollton in the top of the first, and 2 runs so far here in the top of the second inning.
It will be Binion. He'll come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And I believe he was hit by a pitch at his first plate appearance. So Ra Ware will stand in.
The kick and the pitch. Big breaking ball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Luckily, that one hung up too much. Otherwise, that one might have been tattooed.
Ware delivers. Swing and a miss. All-speed cheese right there.
Yeah, but looks like he had him out front early on that one. So Ware evens up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the bases are loaded, but Cedartown does have 2 outs.
1-1. Low and in, a good stop by Dakota. 2-1.
Second inning in a row that Carrollton has been able to load the bases. Second inning in a row they've been able to score 2 runs, not on hits.
2-1 pitch. A breaking ball that cut over the plate, but it must have been a little bit inside. 3-1, perhaps high as well. And Ra's got to throw a strike here. And Binion knows it. 3-1. Outside ball 4, and it's 5-0 Carrollton.
So that'll bring Mansour home. And it's going to bring up Moody, the right fielder, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We could use another one of those here. 5-0 now your score. Carrollton on top, still in the top of the second inning.
Pitch to Moody. Breaking ball right there, strike 1.
For those of you that were joining us for the 5:55 original start time, this game was moved to 5:30, so that's how we're already in the top of the second. And we want to welcome you to the broadcast.
0-1, a swing and a miss, 0-2. Way out in front of that one. You notice Moody's number 25?
I do notice that. It's a good number.
It is a good number.
Solid number.
The 0-2. That hit him. Curveball hit him inside. 6-0 Carrollton. On an 0-2 pitch.
And more 2-out trouble. All 4 of Carrollton's runs here in the top of the second inning have come with 2 outs.
And the bases loaded.
And the bases loaded. Yep. And both of their runs in the first inning, if memory serves me correctly, came with 2 outs. So more 2-out trouble for the Dogs as we will go to Bishop, the shortstop, 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Pitch on the way. Popped up right side. That'll be foul. Count is 0-1.
Bishop had the bunt that resulted in an out to Gavin Allred in his previous plate appearance. No bunt here.
0-1. Wild pitch. Back to the backstop. And it's now 7-0. 1 ball, 1 strike on the bouncer there in front of the plate. Just seems like this is not the same team I saw yesterday that 2 hit the Central Lions. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball is up. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Not a bad pitch there by Rod, just hung up a little bit. Got to battle back here, though.
2-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit to center field. Roper comes in. He's there. He's got it, and that'll be out number 3. But Carrollton scores 5 runs, all with the bases loaded. And they lead now 7-0 through an inning and a half. We head now to the bottom half of the second. And Carrollton on top in control early by a score of 7-0.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart
Walmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
4, 5, and 6 due up here for the Dogs. In the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Cole Dingler, Dakota Matthews, and Caleb Formby. First pitch on the way to Dingler.
It's going to be outside ball 1.
Just missed. All Reds, final line, 1 2/3, 3 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned.
1-0 pitch is going to miss low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. This is where the Dogs have got to start to come back. While they have won the last 3 games, they really haven't scored a ton of runs. In the last ball game they played, ball 3 misses low and away. Of course, only 1 run scored yesterday. Dogs scored 10 against Northside Columbus and 7 against Ringgold. So we know they're capable of it, but the bat's a little bit cold right now after the previous game. But how about a 4-pitch walk to put Dingler on? So he'll reach first base on 4 straight that miss, and now it'll be Dakota Matthews who will bat.
Those 10 against the Northside Columbus Patriots match the season high for the Dogs. They would score 10 in their inaugural game against South Paulding. They would lose that game by a final of 11-10. So, as you said, though, they can score, but the bats have got to come alive here as they're down 7.
Pitch misses up. 1 ball, no strikes.
Matthews' first trip to the plate this afternoon. Heading the count, 1 ball, no strikes.
The kick and the pitch on the way. It's a line drive up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. Runners will be at first and second, and the Dogs have 2 aboard with nobody out, and a good start for the Bulldogs here in the second inning.
Good base running there by Cole Dingler. He'll stand at second base with Matthews at first, and that will bring up Caleb Formby, the second baseman for the Dogs.
Caleb Formby had the biggest base hit of his season so far. It was yesterday that
the RBI double.
It was the RBI double that drove home his twin brother Samuel Formby, who hit a double 2 batters before he got there. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come out, or a courtesy runner come out to run. And it's going to be Tony Ware. So Tony Ware out there to run for Dakota Matthews. Dingler, the lead runner at second base. Caleb Formby, the batter. The look towards second, the pitch on the way is a breaking ball, got away, back to the backstop, and runners will be at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. So suddenly, Mansour is struggling a bit.
That's all right. We'll take all the help we can get at this point. But, of course, Carrollton with the big 7-run lead, you know that they do not want to let Cedartown get its way back into this one. They want an early trip back south.
1-0 pitch is low and away, ball 2. A long one by Caleb, and we're back in this ball game. Two balls, no strikes. Runners on second and third with nobody out. The pitch on the way.
That one missed.
It sure did. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Mansour having a little difficulty locating the strike zone all of a sudden, Andrew. You would think with a 7-run lead, he would be pretty calm, cool, and collected, but struggling here.
3-0 pitch. Ball. Oh, strike one called.
Whoa,
my goodness.
Hold on. Let me clean my glasses.
Goodness gracious. 3 balls and a strike on a pitch that was high and outside.
I think somebody else is wanting to go home early, too.
3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. They're loaded up with nobody out.
Actually, that was ball 5. We'll take it, though. So the base is now loaded, and that will bring up It's going to be Jacob Yarber, who's getting the start over in right field this afternoon. And we've got a coaching visit to the mound.
Yarber had a pretty good hit in the game against Northside Columbus in a start that he had over in right field. So the base is full and nobody out.
Right here with the bases loaded and nobody out. This is where you got to remember, though, you don't have to do anything too much. Don't get too crazy here. Good solid hit, good solid base running. That's all we need.
Pitch on the way, and he fouls that one back. Strike one. Nothing in one the count.
Yeah, if he puts one in your wheelhouse and you can put it on the top of West Side, by all means, young man, go ahead. Knock out an air conditioning unit. It'll be all right.
Whatever you have to do.
Yeah, they can get it fixed before it gets
They got
too
good
hot
insurance.
over there. Yeah, you got that right. Just don't hit the trailer. I know somebody that works in there, and she would not be happy with no air.
Swing and a miss, a big cut. He was thinking about going after it. Nothing in two. Brody Blackman waiting on deck. Here comes the 0-2. Called strike three. And Yarber takes a seat in disbelief a little bit.
He's not the only one. Well, Brody Blackman will come to the plate. Brody getting the start over in left field.
This may be his first at-bat this season. I know he's played defensively, but I don't know if he's had any at-bats.
I have not seen him swing the stick yet. Is that what he called? Yeah.
Yep.
He's calling a ball.
A balk has been called, and it's 7-1. Runners move up to second and third.
Hey, we'll take it.
7-1 the score. So before Brody even swings the bat, the Dogs have a lead. See if Brody can drive home these two runners at second and third. Here comes the pitch. Called strike one. My goodness.
Man.
Nothing in one the count now to Brody.
That's a tough call.
That's very tough. Ware's at third, Formby's at second. That's Caleb Formby. 0-1 pitch. Strike two. That was in the zone. Good breaking ball there from Mansour.
Blackman behind in the count now. 0-2, just has to shorten up. Get a little defensive here.
The kick in the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, line drive, right field, base hit. Blackman's got an RBI. Runners will be at the corners. It's 7-2.
And listen, and that's all he did. He didn't try to do anything too fancy with it. He just served it up over to the right side, drives home a run, and he's standing over at first base. And the Dogs, runners still in scoring position with one out.
There you go, Brody.
That'll bring up Jack Roper, the center fielder. So Blackman delivering, picks up an RBI single. We'll see if we send him.
That's got to feel good. I think that's his first ever varsity hit, too. And his first varsity RBI. So way to go, Brody Blackman, getting the start today. And
Cedartown has cut the lead to 5, now 7-2 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Pitch on the way. Bounced up there. 1 ball, no strikes. X-Hawley waiting on deck, hoping for a turn. And barring a double play, he would be up there. They will fake the throw to third and fake the throw to first.
The only place they didn't fake the throw to was second.
And if he had thrown to second, we'd be talking about the score being 7-3. Big cut and a miss there by Roper. 1-1 the count. Jack Roper against Northside Columbus had a good game. A couple of big hits. And defensively against Central yesterday, some big plays in left field. Of course, he gets the start in center field today. 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball and a beauty. Strike two called.
Yeah, there's not much you can do with that one. You just kind of...
He almost released that from 12 o'clock, and it came down from It literally dropped out of the sky, it looked like. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jack. Formby's at third, Blackman's at first. Mansour checks the runner. Got a pretty big lead over there. And the pitch. Hit it toward third base, and a barehanded try over there by Coach Johnson, and he might regret that. Hit off his hand. He's all right. Still 1-2 to Jack Roper. Here's the pitch. Bounced up there, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good stop there by Bell behind the plate for the Trojans. Had that one gotten away from him, again, we might have been talking about 7-3. Formby over at third. Brody Blackman over at first for the Dogs. 1 out. The count now even against Jack Roper. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
I tell you what, though, based off of what we saw earlier in the season with a lot of called strike 3s, I'm okay swinging on strike 2.
Yeah, we're swinging out there. We're swinging a lot more.
You got to put the ball in play. You got to give them a chance, and that'll bring up Xavier Holiday.
Yeah, dogs are swinging the bat a lot more and being more aggressive at the plate. I would much rather swing and miss at a strike 3 than look at a strike 3. At least you have a chance.
Yep. And we looked at a lot of strike 3s earlier in the season. A lot of strike 3s.
Holiday 0 for 1. Looking for a base hit here. Mansour delivers. High and tight. 1 ball and no strikes. Holiday in the left-handed batter's box. The 1-0. Fouled off the netting.
Now bring the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike against the Bulldogs shortstop. X probably going to get the start tomorrow in either game 1 or game 2. You and I were talking about during the break, and we're thinking maybe game 2.
The 1-1 pitch. Low and in. A good stop again behind the plate there by Bell. And the count goes to 2-1. Neither side has been really efficient, to say the very least. The game yesterday was an hour and a half long, and this game is almost an hour old, and we're only in the bottom of the second. And misses upstairs. 3 balls and a strike.
I know, right?
Ace Allen waiting on deck. 2 outs, 3-1 the count. And the pitch. X takes in for ball 4.
We'll take it. That'll load the bases back up for the Dogs. We've already had them loaded once this inning. We'll load them back up, and Ace Allen will come to the plate. This time with 2 outs. Allen 1 for 1, but would then get thrown out in a base running mistake between Samuel Formby and Ace Allen. Formby thought it was ball 4. Allen thought it was ball 4 and took off for second base and would be picked off at first. So he comes to the plate, time called and granted. He comes to the plate here with 2 runs already across for the Dogs. A 5-run lead for Carrollton, 7-2, bottom of the second.
Hey, we'll take another base hit. The wind, the pitch. That gets away, and that's going to score another run.
Yep, Caleb Formby's going to come in from third, and it's 7-3. So the Dogs were down by 7 entering this inning, and here we are down by 4 with base runners at second and third and 2 outs, and we still have a chance to cut even more into this lead if Ace Allen can connect here and drive 1.
I'll tell you, though, it's the Dogs are back in this now. They needed 3 runs to make it a 4-run game, and it's 7-3. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2.
You are a base runner away from bringing the tying run to the plate. Right now it stands in the on-deck circle. in the form of Samuel Formby.
2-0 is in on the ground towards shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. Throw to first is in time. What a play, my goodness. They're able to get him, and he was out just by a half step. That's all it took. Dogs get 3 runs, though. They're back in this ball game. The score through 2 innings is Carrollton 7 and Cedartown 3, back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double-A.
A 3-run inning for the Dogs in the bottom of the second inning. It'll send us to the top of the third. Cedartown trailing 7-3. Ra Ware still on the mound for the Dogs in relief. He would come in for Gavin Allred after an inning in 2/3. And the Carrollton Bats will go back to work. Looks like it'll be Kingter, White, and Binion, I believe. I might be wrong.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 10, Cobb.
Oh, Cobb, excuse me, bottom of the order. So 9, 1, and 2 due up.
Well, folks, I can tell you the Dogs are back in this ball game. Let's see with Ra Ware getting a fresh start. And there's a ground ball down the third base line, and that's going to be fair. That's going to be extra bases. No, it won't be. He kind of went around there. It was gathered quickly in left field by the Bulldogs over there in left. Brody Blackman able to get to it quickly and holds him to a single. I thought for sure if that got in the corner, it was going to be 2 bases easy.
So it'll be back to the top of the order. Hudson, center fielder, who is 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk.
That is Caleb Hudson. Runner on first, nobody out. Ra Ware delivers a breaking ball. Chopper to third base, could be 2, 5, 4, nope. Won't be able to turn it. They get the force. 1 gone. Runner still at first base. It's tough to go around the horn for a double play.
Yeah, it is. It really is, but made a good play over there at third and got it to second for the lead runner. And so they'll bring up Albertus, the second baseman now. He is 0 for 1, 2 runs scored.
Pitch is going to be well outside. 1 ball, no strikes as Dakota Matthews pops out of the catcher's position and fakes a throw to first base to get the runner back over there. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 gone. Runner leads away, he's going, pitches inside, and there'll be no throw.
Yep, no throw there from Matthews. So Hudson moves up to second base, and Albertus is ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, definitely not a good pitch there to throw because it was low and in, and he had no angle to throw to second base. Better to hold on to it. 2-0 pitch, chopper toward first, that's going to roll foul. 2-1.
It looked like coming out of the gate that Dingler was going to have a pretty easy play over at first for the second out, but it did take a sharp right turn, a lot like my drive off of the tee. And so the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yours actually goes in the air? Mine doesn't.
For a very short time, and then it makes a big right turn.
No, mine just rolls on the ground every time I hit it. Comebacker up the middle. Good stop by X Holiday. They throw to first, and they got it. What a play. X Holiday.
Listen, that's a base hit for a lot of squads, but X Holiday showing off the glove and the speed from his spot at shortstop, ranging over to make that play, and it'll be the second out. Hudson does move up to third base.
I'll tell you, that would have been a double play had he still been at first base, the way that ball was hit and as hard as it was. Holiday ranging over. Runner at third base now with 2 outs. Here's Mansour. And the breaking ball is upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Cedartown's defense starting to really shine here in this top of the third inning. Called strike 1. Breaking ball from Ra Ware, 1-1 the count.
The problems the Dogs have faced in this game so far have been the same ones that have plagued them all season, and that's been 2-out trouble. We'll see if Ware is able to avert that, as that one is hit to the left side, and the play is made by Ace Allen for out number 3. So the Trojans will strand one at third. We will go to the bottom of the third inning. Your score 7-3. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com. Cedar Stream, the industry leader in screen printed apparel. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and signs and banners. At Cedar Stream, they have a fully automated screen printing facility here in Cedartown with the ability to efficiently and effectively distribute products all over the United States. Cedar Stream is a local family-run business with a big vision. Contact Cedar Stream today to find out what they can do for you. 800-686-7488 or cedarstream.com. Cedar Stream, shirts, it's what we do.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
7-3 is your score. The Dogs with a pretty efficient top of the third inning. It's the first one that we've had in this game so far. Bulldog bats will go back to work as we go to the bottom of the third. And it's going to be Formby, Dingler, Matthews due up for Cedartown. Dogs trying to claw their way back in this one. They were down by 7 going into the bottom of the second inning. They were able to get 3 back. And we've got a pitching change for Carrollton. It will be Daly.
Yeah, Connor Daly, number 12.
He's going to replace Mansour.
Yeah, Mansour was starting to show a little bit of control issues when he gave up 3 runs in the bottom half of the second. So both teams' starting pitchers go short distances. He only goes 2 innings. The final line on him, 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So Mansour is done.
Number 6.
He actually moves over to play shortstop, according to Game Changer.
Mansour would face 11 batters and would throw 43 pitches, 21 of them 4 strikes. So Samuel Formby stands in to lead things off here in the bottom of the third and hits that one rightly to Mansour, who throws over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Or excuse me, Albertus, not Mansour.
So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will bring up Cole Dingler.
Dingler comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Dingler would really kind of get things going for the Dogs in the bottom of the second that would result in those 3 runs. We'll see if he can't get things started here.
There's a pop up to right field. He'll come in. Catch is made. It hung up for a while. Moody makes the squeeze, and 2 very quick outs. 2 pitches, 2 out.
That'll bring up Dakota Matthews. 1 for 1.
Now batting for your Bulldogs, number 23, Dakota Matthews.
Yeah, Dakota with a base hit his last time. It was a pretty good hit too. 2 gone. First pitch, low and away, ball 1.
At least it's not a 3-pitch, 3-out inning. Daly will at least have to throw 4. Hopefully a lot more.
Swing and a miss. Pitch was, don't think it was a strike.
It was ball 2, to say the least.
So it's 1 ball, 1 strike now to Dakota Matthews. And the pitch on the way from Daly. Breaking ball, and it caught the inside corner.
After it moved his jersey.
It looked like it did, honestly.
I mean, it came way inside. I don't know how much of the play that one caught, but
1-2 pitch.
That's the same exact pitch. Yep. And because the umpire called it a strike on the previous pitch, Matthews had to try to do something with it.
And I'm really shocked he made contact at all.
I agree.
Count is still 1-2 on Matthews here in the bottom half of the third. Dogs trail 7-3. And the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. If Matthews can reach, Caleb Formby would be next. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Swung at ball three, I think. Dogs go in order here in the bottom half of the third. We head to the fourth. Carrollton Trojans 7 and Cedartown Bulldogs 3. Now this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
A short inning for the Dogs in the bottom of the third. We will go to the top of the fourth inning. Cedartown trailing 7-3, and a new pitcher is out for Cedartown. It looks like it will be, I can't see a number.
I think it's number 9.
Which would be Connor Peak.
And Connor Peak pitched against Northside Columbus. Didn't really have the stuff that he wanted, and he was pulled. So we're hoping Connor Peak has a better outing. He's due a better outing here today. So we'll see if he's able to do so, as the Dogs have gone with their third pitcher in 4 innings.
Final line for Ra Ware, 1 1/3, 1 hit, and 1 walk. He came in relief of Gavin Allred. So we'll see what Peak is able to do here against the Trojans as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Cedartown trailing 7-3. Carrollton scoring 2 runs in the top of the first and 5 runs in the top of the second inning. A scoreless third, and we'll try to do the same here with Peak's first inning of work. It's going to be number 3, Bryce Kingter.
Squares to bunt, takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strike to Kingter.
Kingter is 0 for 1 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. That's a line right there.
1-0 pitch. Big cut and a miss.
Wow.
Pretty big fastball there from Connor.
They both put some sauce on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Peak is outside, or pitch from Peak is outside to Kingter. 2-1.
Hey, speaking of Peak, a big week next week at the Peak.
That's right.
It's Build Week.
It is Build Week. Big AA microphones will be there, by the way. 2-1, a swing and a miss, 2-2. Are you going to be able to be there?
You know, I'm going to be there some. I'm going to be hanging out with you some. But it is the Build Week is the 20th through the 24th. Lots of opportunities for folks to go down and volunteer.
2-2 pitch. Fastball misses away.
No, you do not have to have an engineering degree or a background in construction to be helpful.
There's something for everybody to do.
Absolutely. You can do a lot of different activities. If you want more information, if you want to get a group together or something like that, you can contact City Hall and talk to Mitzi Allen or Brandy Coggins, and they can definitely point you in the right direction.
3-2 from Connor Peak. Popped up a mile in the air left center field. That might be more than a pop-up, though. Catch is made on the run there, but Brody Blackman out there had to kind of go over to his left a little bit to range over, but he made the catch right on the warning track. That ball went a lot deeper than I thought.
Listen, that one saved a double, and it might have been a triple with that catch there by Brody Blackman out in left field. So a long first out, and that's going to bring up White. He comes to the plate with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk.
And the first pitch to him is outside, ball one.
A part of that big 5-run second inning.
Yeah, you take out all those bases loaded run scoring, we're leading this game 3-2. There's a bouncer hit toward third base. It's going to be X-Holiday who fields it short, throw to first, got him. Got him by half step. X-Holiday flashing leather and also showing off that arm.
Again, solid defense for the Dogs in the infield with X-Holiday. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Binion. Binion would draw a walk. And his last plate appearance also was credited with an RBI.
So Caleb Binion will bat here. 2 outs and nobody on base at the top of the fourth. Carrollton 7, Cedartown 3, and that's going to hit him.
2 outs. What happens? We bounce one right off the top of the foot. So Binion will go down to first base. He'll take his spot there, and it'll bring up the right fielder, Moody. Moody is 0 for 1 with an RBI and a strikeout. Talked to City Manager Edward Guzman this morning, and a truck with some delivery equipment for the park build was there today. Throw over to first back, runner back safely. So there's going to be a lot going on in that area.
I thought you were going to say the mail finally got delivered.
I think that's a little above his pay grade.
There's a foul back, strike one. I don't know if you heard my little rant on the trading post today, but
I did not, but I saw some Facebook commentary.
Yeah. 5 days without mail at the Big AA is not good.
No, it is not.
Anywhere, but especially with us. And apparently, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, there's a new, I guess, fulfillment center, or however you.
They're not fulfilling anything right now.
No, they're not. But it's has been built, and they're trying to transition from the old plant to the new plant, and the transition is not going well.
Sounds like a government operation.
It does. It does.
A federal government operation, I should say. Throw back to first base, and back safely is Binion. Runner leads away from first. And Connor Peak delivers a breaking ball. What a pitch that was. Strike 2 call.
We will take that any day of the week and twice on Wednesday.
Able to, he changed speeds quite a bit. Has that hard fastball and then threw that, what amounts to almost a changeup. The 0-2 just missed the outside corner.
Yeah, he came right back with that fastball and just missed. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moody. That was a good breaking ball inside, set him up then to go outside with the fastball, but Moody didn't chase. And he'll live to see another pitch. Sounds like Hell's Angels coming by.
A low rumble. Too bad we can't see behind us.
It would be nice to have a window right here. But then maybe...
Be like the observatory at...
but then maybe the sun might give me that.
It'd be kind of like the observation deck at Lake Point, where you can see all around.
That is true.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Peak delivers. Fastball away. Kind of overthrew that one, throw down to first base. Close play, but he's back safely.
Yeah, Binion able to get back. They were hoping they were going to catch him sleeping, but they did not. So the count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Carrollton on top 7-3.
The 2-2. Breaking ball swung and missed. They will throw. No, they're not going to be able to get him.
It went off of his foot, it looked like, Andrew. It went off of Moody's foot as he broke out of the box.
You know, if it did, he's out.
It should be, and that's what it looked like happened to me because the ball was, I don't know, it looked like it all of a sudden changed directions and went away from where Matthews was going, and it did so quickly. And I think that's what they're going to talk about.
Yeah, because if the ball hits the batter, even if it bounces, after he swings and misses, he's out.
Matthews goes out to the mound to have a conversation with Connor Peak as Gavin Johnson will come out and talk to the home plate umpire. And I think maybe he's going to ask for an appeal. But that ball, no matter what it did, it clearly altered directions and came back away from where Dakota was going to play. He had a very clean, clear play on that ball. And then all of a sudden it just bounced backwards.
I'm not sure this play gets overturned, though, to be honest with you.
And it does not.
Nope.
So Carrollton will have runners at first and second.
Even if it's the case, I don't know if, the field umpire had a better look at it than the home plate umpire did, and I'm guessing that's probably one of those things where if you ever have replay, there's just not enough evidence to overturn it.
So that'll bring up Bishop.
Chubb doesn't approve.
He doesn't.
So here's Connor Daly, the new pitcher, with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Hit on the ground toward third. That is a foul ball. 0-1, as Ace Allen was quick to get to it. Kind of wish it was fair. He could have gotten to third base and we'd be out of the inning.
And we would, but instead, everybody will have to go back. And Daly will get another chance at it. Potential for more trouble here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
Here's the 0-1. A breaking ball, a little flare right side, tough play. Back to get the catch is Caleb Formby. And the Dogs are out of the inning with no runs coming across here in the top half of the 4th inning. We head now to the bottom half. Cedartown trails Carrollton by a score of 7-3. Let's take a 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
7-3 is your score as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Carrollton stranding 2. And it will be the Dogs' bats coming back to see if they can cut into this lead. The Dogs would be retired in order in the bottom of the 3rd after scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. And we'll see what the Dogs have. Looks like All Red is going to grab a bat. No, it'll be Formby. So it'll be Formby, Yarber, and Blackman.
7 runs on 4 hits for the Carrollton Trojans. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Pitch on the way is low for ball 1. To number 2, Caleb Formby.
Formby with a walk and a run scored so far on the night.
1-0 pitch, almost hit him inside. Had a pretty good break on it.
Formby would also make a heck of a play out there at second base to get us out of the fourth inning.
2-0 pitch, fastball away, 3-0.
I dispatched this creature about 15 minutes ago, and it still has a leg moving.
That's why I hate him.
I'm telling you, vicious little things, are they?
3-0 pitch is a call, strike one. He was taken all the way. And Caleb has a hitter's count now, 3-1. Bless you. The 3-1. That's ball 4. So Caleb Formby walks. He'll lead off the inning at first base. And
love innings that start off with a walk. A leadoff walk,
especially when it's the other team.
It's almost a gift.
So that will bring up Jacob Yarber now to the plate.
Jacob is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, throw over to first base, and Formby is back safely. Brody Blackman on deck for the Dogs.
Brody got a base hit and an RBI his last time.
He did, an RBI single for that young man, and made a pretty dang good play out in left field earlier as well.
Yeah, on that high fly ball. Breaking ball and a nasty strike one to Jacob Yarber. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, a runner on first for the Carrollton Trojans. I made the observation yesterday when we were at Central. First a throw back over, and diving back in is Caleb Formby. That was our last trip to Central
as region
foes.
At least for the next 2 years.
The end of an era, at least for now.
And hopefully for a while.
Ground ball up the middle. They will field the play. They'll go over to first in time for the out. And Formby did a good job to avoid being tagged as he went by the play. He moves over to second base with 1 gone.
Speedy Formby. That'll bring up Brody Blackman.
About another RBI.
Hey, look, all he's got to do is exactly what he did last time. Just serve one up over to the right side, you'll be good to go. Blackman 1 for 1 with that RBI that we mentioned. The only RBI for the Dogs so far.
That's right.
Everything else has been the result.
Fastball strike, 0-1.
Of a wild pitch. And what was the other run? Both wild pitches? I would have to go back and look at the breakdown. We'll figure that out.
0-1, bounces up there. Good take there by Brody Blackman. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know this is a thrill for Brody to be able to start a ball game, and a thrill for him to get his first RBI. One pitch on the way. A big cut and a miss there on the breaking ball, 1-2.
Walk. That's what it was.
One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way to Blackman bounces up there.
Good eye there by Blackman. Takes that one in the dirt and evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Formby out at second base, 1 out. An absolutely picture-perfect afternoon and evening
just
for
right.
baseball.
2-2 pitch. Is that a strike 3? Yep. Strike 3, and it looked kind of high.
Huh. And now we're going to have another.
Coach Johnson is out there to talk again.
Well, we're putting Tony Ware into the lineup to hit.
So that's what he was up there for. He wasn't arguing balls and strikes. If he is, he's automatically out. So that's what they were talking about. I don't think Brody thought it was strike 3. That's why he didn't do anything.
I agree. I don't think he thought it was either.
No, I'm good.
And I will say, this home plate umpire is not one of your more animated umpires, maybe?
No.
I think that's a subtle way of putting it.
Runner at second base, Tony Ware, batting in the spot of Jack Roper.
In fact, I think some of his calls have been too subdued.
Pitch on the way, fastball outside. I wonder if Tony enters the game to play center field.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Holiday, though, would go back to the top of the order, is on deck if Ware were able to reach here.
1-0 pitch, a breaking ball is inside. 2-0.
A little upstairs as well for Ware. So Tony is ahead in the count. Speedy runner out at second base in the form of Caleb Formby, and a speedy man at the plate.
2-0 is popped up a mile in the air. Shallow left field. Shortstop gives way to the center fielder who comes in to make the squeeze. The Dogs leave a base runner here in the bottom half of the fourth. We head to the fifth. Carrollton leads Cedartown a score of 7-3 back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
We will go to the top of the fifth inning. 7-3 is your score here from Cedartown High School. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter, bringing you Wednesday night CHS baseball here from the Doghouse. The Carrollton Trojans in town. 7-5 on the season. The Dogs 3-8, and Carrollton right now with a 4-run lead after a big second inning where they would plate 5 runs.
Yeah, that's really the difference in this ball game right now.
It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Trojans. Not Ty Cobb, but John Cobb.
Connor Peak deals to the plate. Breaking ball, called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 squares to bunt, strike 2 called. See if Connor Peak can settle in here.
You want to make me? You want me to make you jealous?
Sure, go ahead.
I will after the pitch. I don't want to disrupt that.
The 0-2, taken up.
So I think you know, but traditionally, I eat Wednesday night dinner at my mom's house.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, by the way. She's listening. So there are leftovers tonight, even though, I wasn't able to attend. I'm still going to get to have some.
Breaking ball misses low and away, 2-2.
Pork loin.
Oh.
Cabbage.
Oh.
Cooked tomatoes.
Oh, man.
Pinto beans that I do not eat, so you can keep those, honey. And no, I don't want any mayo in them. We'll have to talk about that when I get home.
2-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen. Stays 2-2.
And a piece of cornbread. And sweet tea that I made last night. Yep. Yes, sir.
Chubb approves.
He does.
See, that's the high pitch bark, which means he's happy and he approves of what you just said. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball away, 3-2. I'm not sure what's on the menu for me tonight. It might be ramen noodles until I get paid later.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way from Peak is fouled back off his fists.
You want to know another interesting fact?
Sure.
So, I am 32 years old.
Yes.
And I ate ramen noodles for the first time in my life about a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Not bad.
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
Now, I survived
on ramen noodles in college.
I had to fancy mine up a little bit.
Of course.
I put a little soy sauce.
Yes.
A little sesame oil. Little everything bagel seasoning.
Yeah, turn it into an Eastern delight there. That's fouled back. Count stays in 3-2. A little Chinese ramen noodles.
Let me tell you.
Not bad.
I give him as Billy Bob from Varsity Blues would say, I give him a 10. A 10.
Yeah.
A 10. Carson Tanner, a 10.
I think everybody heard that. 3-2 the count. And the pitch is line to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Fielded in center, and as we expected, Tony Ware is playing center field. He throws it in, and they got to have a leadoff single here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Peak had a really good 4th inning, but now gives off that leadoff single, and it'll go back to the top of the order in Hudson, the center fielder. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Throw back over to first base, and Cobb is back safely.
First pitch on the way to Hudson is upstairs. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. I told Jeff Holsey this on Monday night when I saw him, but Little League, first season of Cedartown Little League was this weekend, and something of a miracle performed to get those fields ready to play. There's a throw to first base and runners back again safely. But tip your cap to Jeff and all of the rec department staff for getting those fields ready after all that rain we had last Friday.
They started working on those fields Saturday morning at 6 a.m.
Runner bluffs. Pitch was high, ball 2.
They had drying agent. They were working on moving water off of the dirt. I mean, just
Jeff told me they used all their drying agent they had for this whole season, so they may have to allocate a little bit more for the season to go on. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Squares to bunt again, lays it down right side. Good play, picked up. Throw to first, and they got him. I don't know. I thought he might have pulled his leg off the bag.
I think he held. I think it was really close, but I think he held. They are going to discuss it. The Carrollton coach wants them to talk about it, and he actually had the best view of them all.
If the home plate umpire saw what I saw, yep.
You're kidding me. I thought he held. I mean, he came.
I didn't think he did.
He came off, but I thought he held it.
I didn't think so. I hate to disagree with you, buddy, but I really feel like he pulled him off.
So that'll put runners at first and second for the Trojans.
Home plate umpire did have a pretty good angle at that.
Albertus will come up. And he is 0 for 2.
Honestly,
2 runs scored.
Honestly, I feel like the play at home plate had a better chance of being overturned than the one that happened there at first base, but so it goes. There's another bunt try. Throw to go. No, he double clutches. Nobody was covering the bag. And now the bases are loaded.
Cole Dingler came in to make the play, and Caleb Formby did not come over from second base to cover first, and so Peak had nowhere to go with it. And that was going to be an out at first because that bunt, it was a hard bunt to the pitcher, which got it out there to him quickly, and he would have had time to turn it over at first. But instead, the bases are loaded and nobody out, and it brings up Mansour, the starting pitcher, who's now moved over to play shortstop.
And that hits him. Going to do this again.
And now it is 8-3. Back to a 5-run lead for the Trojans. Mansour was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And now he will jog down to first base, and the Dogs are in a bit of a pickle.
There have been no official errors in this ballgame, but there have been several miscues that have happened.
That's a good way to put it. So that'll put Mansour over at first, Albertus at second, Hudson at third, and Kinkter will come to the plate. 0 for 2, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI.
Pitch from Peak is a strike called 0-1.
Good pitch there by Connor. Again, you don't have to do too much here. Just make some good pitches and get it out.
The 0-1 to third base. Play will be, got to step on the plate. And he does. Yeah, so I'm not sure what he was thinking right then.
That was almost another mistake.
I mean, and because he waited, we could have had a double play. We do get the out of home plate.
But that keeps the bases loaded. That'll bring up White.
Got to keep your head in the game. Got to keep your head in the game.
White 0 for 1, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk.
Base is still loaded. Pitch on the way. Popped up left side. That'll be foul. Strike one. Nothing in one. Peak comes set. And the pitch. Line drive up the middle, base hit.
Trouble.
That's going to score one, maybe two. He's got the green light. Throw comes into the middle of the infield. They go to third base. Safe at third. Oh, I thought they got the tag down. Oh, my. It's 10-3, but looked like they had the tag down on him. And they refuse to talk about it.
Yep. So that'll put runners at second and third. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Binion. Binion with a walk and an RBI. That's his line.
That hit him. Well, he thought it did, and then he came back. Okay.
Well,
1 ball, no strikes.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Breaking ball swung and missed, 1-1.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood. So the score now 10-3. Carrollton on top. Top of the 5th inning.
Here's the 1-1. And that one did hit him.
So the bases loaded again for the Trojans. 1 out. And it's going to bring up the right fielder, Moody, but there's going to be a change as the Carrollton coach will come out and talk with the home plate umpire. It looks like it's going to be 00 Carson Waldrop who will enter the game. So Waldrop will bat in place of Moody.
Now batting for the Trojans, 00 Waldrop.
We have a couple of defensive changes for the Dogs as well. Everett Perkins playing over at third base, and Gavin Allred has moved to the catcher's position for Cedartown.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Peak. Nothing in 1 the count. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Late on the heater.
7:04. You're going to do your pause now for station identification.
We might do that. Of course, I'm hoping
do it so well live, though. I know.
I'm hoping we can do that when the inning is over, and hopefully that'll be quickly. Fastball misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. W291D in Cedartown, WGAA 1340 AM, 106.1 FM, Cedartown, GA.
There it is.
The big AA.
There it is.
All right. 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball just missed. And the count is 2-2.
So the count on number 00 Carson Waldrop even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out.
The 2-2. Called strike 3. Right down the middle, 2 gone.
We will take it. So that should bring up Bishop. No, Daly.
It's
That's
Connor
right.
Daly.
If I would just look at Game Changer, I would have known that.
Pitch coming to Daly. It's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Carrollton 10, Cedartown 3. Bases loaded. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Driven left center field. Ware over. Has the ball. That is out number 3. We head now to the bottom half of the 5th as Carrollton got all 3 of the runs back that we scored in the 2nd inning. And Cedartown now down by 7 once again to score 10-3. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
10-3 is your score. Cedartown trails by 7. The Trojans of Carrollton High School striking for 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning. We will go to the bottom of the 5th.
Looks like Perkins is going to get his first at bat.
Yep.
Everett Perkins.
Should be Perkins, Formby, Dingler, unless we make any other changes. Perkins replaces Ace Allen over at third base and in the batting order.
Actually, I think he replaces X Holiday.
Now batting for your Bulldogs, number 14, Everett Perkins.
Well, because Ace Allen's on deck.
Interesting.
Breaking ball almost hit him. Ball 1. You heard some people saying, just get on base, take the hit by pitch. That misses outside ball too. But if you don't get away from it, you might see what happened when Mississippi State got one. Got a hit batsman called back saying he didn't.
Right. You got to make an attempt.
Got to make an attempt to get out of the way. 2-0. Line drive left field, base hit. Everett Perkins gets a base hit to lead off the bottom half of the 5th.
The freshman for the Dogs. And you are right. That will bring up Ace Allen. So Perkins 1 for 1 over at first base, and Allen comes to the plate. 1 for 2.
Ace Allen.
It also looks like O'Neal is going to bat for Samuel Formby.
If this game goes on much longer, they're going to give you a bat.
Gosh, I hope not. Breaking ball and a call and strike, nothing in 1. You won't get a hit. I guarantee you'll get 3. I'll probably look at 3 pitches, and I'll be out of there. Unless they hit me, and then they better not make me run the bases. Throw down to first base, and Perkins back safely. That throw gets away from the bag at first, and Perkins is going to be standing at second base. It's bound to happen one time or the other. It kind of reminds me, we were talking about me grabbing a bat. Trey Kelly, years ago, he may still do this. He kind of has a little softball game with some of his elected official friends, and he actually invited me to come up there one time. And I told him, dude, you better have an ambulance on standby.
Well, I was going to say, did you ask him, do you want me to play or broadcast? Because if you want me to broadcast, I got you.
Yeah, I can broadcast. I don't know if I can play.
If you want me to play, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball and a called strike 2.
Cedartown is going to be in action again tomorrow as we will take on the Central Lions here at home in a doubleheader. That'll close out that 3-game series. That game, or both of those games, I should say, were originally scheduled for Friday but have been moved due to weather.
2-pitch, misses high and in.
Game 1 will start at 5 o'clock, followed by Game 2, which should start around, 7:30?
Or so.
That's what we're hoping. Andrew Carter will have Game 1 for you. I'll be here for Game 2.
Along with Jamie Newsom.
The Chief. The Chief is going to be in the house.
1-2, grounded sharply to second, through the wicket for a base hit. Rounding third and heading to the plate. Throw comes toward the plate. He misses the cutoff man. It's now 10-4.
What about the freshman? Comes on, gets a base hit, almost gets hit by a pitch, gets a base hit to the left side, advances on a wild pitch over to first base, and then will come home on the RBI single from Ace Allen. So that will bring up Jay O'Neill. He's going to grab a bat and get here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cedartown already with 1 run across and a runner over at first base and nobody out. Your score 10-4. Dogs trail by 6.
The stretch and the pitch to O'Neill. Popped him up back behind us. That's going to be out of play. Strike 1. I think it'd be fun to play softball, but I'm not going to be able to do any kind of running or anything. 0-1 pitch is fouled back again, nothing in 2.
Kickball is a little more my speed. Large red rubber ball being rolled on the ground.
You still got to run, though.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't take nearly as much hand-eye coordination.
If I'm running, you better follow me. That's all I got to say. You better catch up. It wouldn't be that hard to do. The 0-2 pitch. Line sharply foul toward the right side. Jay O'Neill got his first varsity action on the mound against Ringgold. Didn't go as well as he would have wanted to, but he did get some action, some varsity action. Hopefully we'll get to see more of him later on throughout the season. Another throw to first base this time, and Ace Allen slides back in.
Next week, Andrew, the Dogs will continue in region play. On Tuesday the 19th, we will host the Heritage Generals. And then on Friday the 22nd, we will go on the road to Heritage.
It's foul away to the right side.
Those are your 3 games next week. The week following that, we'll face off against the Northwest Whitfield Bruins. On Tuesday, we will go to their place, and then on Friday the 29th, we will host them in a doubleheader. So your next chance to see Cedartown High School baseball here at home will be tomorrow, 5 o'clock against the Central Lions. That one is fouled back again. Jay O'Neill putting up a tough fight in battle here.
Yeah, good job there by Jay to
just hanging in there.
Hanging in there and battling. Jay did not play at all yesterday. Dalen Holiday was the DH in the ball game. The 0-2 pitch again. Good take there. It went outside on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Able to hold up his swing. One ball, 2 strikes. Ace Allen gets his lead, and then a throw back over there again, and Ace is back safely. They are determined.
They really are. Trying to keep Allen close over there. 1-2 pitch on the way.
Called strike 3, and he knew it. Didn't even.
Nope.
He just turned around and went back to the dugout.
No argument there from O'Neill. So that will bring up the first baseman for the Dogs, number 8, Cole Dingler. Dingler 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Ace Allen still over at first base. 1 out for the Dogs. 1 run already across here in the bottom of the 5th.
Bouncer up there, and a good stop again by Bell behind the plate. 1 up. Sun about to set. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. And it's good to say the sun is about to set at 7:15.
Yes, it is. Andrew, in other sports news, the SEC tournament begins tonight. The Vanderbilt Commodores and Arkansas Razorbacks just underway from Nashville.
1-1 pitch bounces up there, back to the backstop. Allen will be at second base. And the count goes to 2-1. Where's the tournament this year?
Nashville,
Tennessee.
Yep. Vanderbilt leading Arkansas
Gaylord
11,
Center, right?
Yep, 11-10. Missouri will take on the Georgia Bulldogs in the nightcap. That game will be at 9:30.
By the way, Conference USA tournament, which features Jacksonville State, they're in Huntsville at the Von Braun Center. That's where the Conference USA tournament is.
The top 4 seeds in the tournament, Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, and Alabama, all with double byes. They will not play until Friday night.
2-1 pitch. Down the middle but low, and it's 3-1.
Auburn will play at 3:30, Kentucky at 7 o'clock. Tennessee will lead things off. They will play at 1 o'clock, and then Alabama will close things out in the nightcap at 9:30 on Friday.
March is about to get mad.
Yes, it is.
3-1. Tapper foul at the plate. Full count now, 3-2.
I need to send all of you and by all of you, I mean you and our other 3 cohorts, our invite for the bracket. The ACC tournament began last night, and Georgia Tech was defeated by Notre Dame by a final score of 84-80.
Yeah, people forget that Notre Dame plays in the ACC tournament in basketball. Oh, that foul ball hit off the bat of the man on deck, and that was number 9, Connor Peak.
If I'm not mistaken, Notre Dame's women's team won the ACC tournament this year. I'll have to go back and check.
Been a lot of teams that have been surprises this year. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball swung and missed, and that's strike 3. So 2 gone here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Dogs have scored a run, but Connor Peak will try to help himself now.
And let me tell you what, and then I'll get off the basketball, but if you missed the SEC Women's Championship game between LSU and South Carolina, you missed a doozy. And if we are all so lucky, those 2 teams might meet again in the Final Four.
Ball 1 that missed outside
of the women's tournament. At 2:08, all you know what broke loose.
Everything.
2:08 to go in the 4th, and it just went crazy.
1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike, 1-1 the count. Yeah, I think both benches got thrown out except for 2 on one team.
2 on South Carolina could stay. The rest of them were thrown out. LSU's bench was thrown out. Camila Cardozo was thrown out,
and she's suspended for the first game of the tournament.
She will for fighting, yeah.
1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2 now.
She leveled an LSU player in Johnson. I mean, just leveled her.
But South Carolina is undefeated.
They are, and they are the SEC champions for the 8th time in 10 years.
Breaking ball, a ground ball hit toward third base. He'll pick and throw, and he got him for out number 3. Dogs will have to settle for the 1 run here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Carrollton 10, Cedartown 4. Back after a 60-second word from our Bulldog sponsors on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
News in a minute from GNN, the Georgia News Network.
The state of Georgia will receive a $200 million
10-4 is your score. Dogs trail by 6. They would
U.S. Department of Transportation is giving
pick up one, it looks like, in
the
bottom of the 5th inning. We will go to the top of the 6th inning. Carrollton will come back to work, and it's going to remain Connor Peak on the mound. For the Dogs, Carrollton striking for 2 runs in the 5th, 5 runs in the 2nd inning.
69
and then we
degrees
get 3 runs
in
back
Cedartown.
in the top of the 5th inning. So we now head to the top of the 6th inning. Down south, bottom of the 4th inning, the Atlanta Braves lead the Baltimore Orioles 6-5. Bryce Elder getting the start on the mound for Atlanta has gone 3 2/3. He has given up 5 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. The Braves 8-8, and the Baltimore Orioles 15-3 in spring training, and I feel like they are going to make a run in the American League, and that might be a team that is able to go deep in the Orioles. Of course, they made a playoff appearance last year.
I wouldn't mind seeing them do it.
I would love to see Baltimore make a run.
If it's not the Braves in Baltimore, I wouldn't mind at all.
It'll be number 10 who will lead things off, Cobb.
And Cobb will take a strike down the middle, 0-1, as Connor Peak is back out there again to work his 3rd inning. He's got 2 innings in the books, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, and 2 strikeouts, no walks.
9-1-2 due up for Carrollton. Foul back, and the count will go to 0-2. Cobb is 2 for 3 with a run scored. He has 2 of Carrollton's 8 hits.
Talking about Bryce Elder, I think it's intriguing, the battle for that final starter role for the Atlanta Braves. See if he can do that. There's a line shot foul down the right side. Count will stay at 0-2.
He should have a good shot at it.
I think he does. Lopez also vying for that. Chris Sale has been a great addition. Charlie Morton has pitched a little bit and has looked pretty good.
Spencer Strider, of course, has
dominated.
I mean, just picked up right where he left off.
Has a curveball in his arsenal now.
And that's going to be nasty. I mean, he was already sharp.
Probably one of the Cy Young favorites for this year for the National League. That pitch misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cy Young favorite last year.
By the way, happy birthday to one of my favorite radio announcers, Ben Ingram for the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. One of my favorites.
One of the best in the business.
I totally agree with that. The 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball away, 2-2.
Of course, a couple of days ago, I tagged you and Logan in a post. It was saw it on Facebook. It was from one of the Braves pages that I follow, but it was a picture from probably the mid to late 90s would be my guess, and it had, of course, a lot of Braves broadcasting greats.
2-2 is lined toward shortstop. He'll pick it up and throw over to first, and that'll be out number 1.
Don Sutton, Joe Simpson, Pete Van Weird, and, of course, good old Skip Carey.
Middle of the infield is different. Caleb Formby is over at shortstop now, and Owen Gerald is playing second base. Everybody else is still the same. Connor Peak pitching, Gavin Allred catching, Blackman, Ware, and Yarber in the outfield.
Everett Perkins stays in over at third base, the freshman.
Pitch on the way from Peak, a breaking ball, and it's high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Of course, the senior Dinkler over at first.
Here's the 1-0. Just missed the outside corner, 2-0.
Just missed. Allred tried to go out there and get it and frame it well, but didn't work, so he's now behind to the center fielder Hudson. 2 balls, no strikes.
And the pitch. Driven to center field pretty deep. Back goes Tony Ware back toward that wall. He's there on the track. He's got it. 2 gone in the inning.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Albertus. He is 1 for 3. 3 runs scored, and he's gone 1 for 3 from the plate.
Base is empty and 2 out. Time asked for by the batter, Albertus. The pitch to him. A called strike over the inside corner.
Sun is setting, a little bit of a haze out there almost. possibly maybe a little smoky out in the distance.
0-1, foul straight back, nothing in 2.
The other day they had a big controlled burn up in Rome at Berry College, burned almost 120 acres if I remember correctly. And you want to talk about a smoky ride home from Broad Street for this guy. Goodness.
Here's the 0-2. Just a bit inside.
Just missed.
1-2 the count. It was on the other side of the batter, and he was able to get out of the way of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 from Peak.
Oh.
Just missed the outside corner. All the defenders were leaning toward the dugout.
That was a good pitch there from Peak.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nobody on, 2 out.
And the 2-2, breaking ball is high, full count.
He can come back with a strike here. Chance for a 1-2-3 inning for the Dogs. We've yet to have one of those tonight.
3-2, and we won't now. Ball 4. Download to him, and they'll have a 2-out base runner on the walk.
I tell you what, that ball 3 pitch.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 5, Mansour.
So it'll be Mansour, 2 for 3, an RBI, 3-run scored.
That's one of 5 walks given up by Bulldog pitching today. We've only struck out 3. Mansour taken low. All red keeps it in front. 1 ball, no strikes. As Sam mentioned earlier, we've got a twin bill tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock. Dogs and the Central Lions for the final time this season throw to first. Close play. Almost got him. Oh, man, a close one.
I tell you, the Dogs are going to have to be on top of things tomorrow because we're going to send our aces to the mound, which means Central's also going to be throwing their aces, I'm sure.
1-0 pitch, runner goes. It's hit in the air to center field pretty deep. That Ware has got a beat on it. He'll make the catch. And a runner is left aboard here in the top half of the 6th inning. Dogs running out of time. They trail it by a score of 10-4. We'll be back after a 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com. Cedar Stream, the industry leader in screen printed apparel. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and signs and banners. At Cedar Stream, they have a fully automated screen printing facility here in Cedartown with the ability to efficiently and effectively distribute products all over the United States. Cedar Stream is a local family-run business with a big vision. Contact Cedar Stream today to find out what they can do for you. 800-686-7488 or cedarstream.com. Cedar Stream, shirts, it's what we do.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
10-4 is your score as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Dogs down to their final 6 outs. Cedartown trailing by 6 as we go to the 6th. Carrollton Trojans with a commanding lead, and we have a pitching change for the Trojans. We will wait to see if we can get a number. Is it maybe number 4?
Yeah, it's number 4. And that would be Caleb Hudson.
So Hudson comes in from his spot out in center field, and he will take over on the mound for Daly. Daly would go 3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Hudson, the third Carrollton pitcher of record for the Trojans this afternoon, and it will be Dalen Holiday that will pick up a bat for the Dogs. So like we said, just about everybody going to get a chance here to bat. Holiday will bat for, I don't know.
Dalen hits a shot to center field, but right at him. I mean, that ball was hit on the button.
Yep.
One
Center
pitch,
fielder,
one out.
all he had to do was move over about, 5 steps to his left, and that was it.
I think he batted for Caleb Formby.
I believe so, because it looks like Jacob Yarber will come to the plate. Yes, he did bat for Formby. They just updated on Game Changer. So Yarber comes to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. He is 0 for 2.
Down low, 1 ball, no strikes. That, I'm telling you, Dalen Holiday just has brute force strength there. If he can just find a hole out there, he'll be doing great. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count now to Jacob Yarborough. The 1-1 popped up right side. Probably playable. Right fielder comes over and foul ground, makes the catch. And 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the 6th.
So Hudson comes on and is dealing for the Trojans, and that will bring up Brody Blackman, the left fielder for Cedartown. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. Blackman, not a normal part of the starting lineup, but he did get the call today for left field. So he stands in with the bases empty and 2 outs.
Breaking ball missed, 1 ball, no strikes.
Stayed upstairs just a bit on Hudson. So Blackman ahead in the count.
1-0 pitch. Got the call on the outside corner, 1-1. Brody Blackman with an RBI. Actually, the only RBI for the Dogs so far today. The Dogs have 3 other runs besides that. And that one's going to just barely miss him inside, 2-1.
He looked like he was doing the cha-cha slide on that one to get out of the way.
The 2-1 pitch to Brody Blackman is hit the other way to the base hit. He's 2 for 3. Brody Blackman at first base with 2 outs.
Don't open those too soon.
Tony Ware will come to the plate now with the runner over at first and 2 outs. Cedartown trying to cause a little bit of 2-out trouble themselves. They've run into a lot of 2-out trouble today. Ware did not get the start. Jack Roper would get the start out in center field. Ware has since replaced him, and he comes to the plate for the 2nd time.
Pitch to Tony. Fastball outside. 1-0.
Tony is 0 for 1 with a run scored.
Brody Blackman at first base gets a lead. 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air right side. Going to drift out of play. 1-1 the count.
Are you dropping your shoulder? Let's go, Tony.
Hear Tony's
Are
mom
you
there.
dropping your shoulder, baby?
Giving him some words of encouragement. So Ware stands in there with the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on, 2 outs.
Throw to first base, and Brody is back in there sliding safe.
Let's go, T.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Brody Blackman aboard on the 2-out single. He's over at first. 1-1 pitch from Hudson is fouled back off the screen.
Hey, believe, baby, you got
1
it.
and 2 the count.
You all in your head. Come on.
If Tony can reach, Everett Perkins would be next.
Back to the top of the order, and we saw what Perkins was able to do his last time up. A single, stolen base, and would come around to score from second on an RBI single.
1-2 pitch, popped up. It's going to be out of play.
Got it right now. Come on.
Lands behind the visitors' grandstands on the first base side. Still 1 and 2 now to Tony Ware. Hudson set, and the 1-2 delivery. Back to the backstop, and Brody Blackman will move over to second base. So the count now 2 and 2, and a runner in scoring position. Dogs down by 6 runs. It is 10-4 here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Just got to get them one run at a time here. One base at a time, one run at a time.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second.
A lot of twos.
Outside, full count, 3-2.
So Ware has worked the count full.
If Perkins could come up, Perkins, of course, singled in his only at bat today. We got to get him on first here with Ware. A full count to him. And the payoff pitch. Ball 4 inside.
So it will bring Everett Perkins as Tony Ware will go down to take his base at first base. Brody Blackman stands out at second base, and Perkins 1 for 1. With a run scored, we'll come to the plate with 2 outs. Quick conversation between Bell and Hudson.
Number 14, Everett Perkins.
And now it looks like we're ready to go. Perkins will stand in against Hudson for the first time tonight.
Dogs with their first really scoring or big-time scoring threat here in quite a while. Of course, we scored a run in the previous inning, put up 3 in the second. Take away 3 bad innings, especially that second inning. This is a much closer game.
Take away that second inning, it's a 1-run game almost.
Yeah, you're right.
Things just really fell apart for the Dogs in the second inning as Everett Perkins asked for time, and it's granted. And it's a lot of the same things that has plagued Cedartown all season long. 2-out trouble, wild pitches, walks.
Breaking ball and a called strike 1 to Perkins. And what the Dogs were able to do when they, got the 3 wins in a row with Ringgold, Northside, Columbus, and, of course, Central yesterday, they didn't do those kind of things. Throw to first base, and thankfully the first baseman was off the bag. Had he not been and the throw was on the money, they might have had a play on Tony.
It would have at the very least been a lot closer than it was.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Sun has set. And the pitch. Fouled back, strike 2.
Uh-oh. I don't think that's a stinky one.
Nah.
That's just a fly one.
No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Perkins trying to keep the hope alive for the Dogs here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the 0-2. Fouled back.
Get cut that way to battle. Perkins staying alive. I tell you, to know that he is just a freshman, that kid has a bright future ahead in Everett Perkins. Plays third base very well, handles the bat well.
Well, him and Ace Allen are probably going to lock down that left side of the infield for the next couple of years.
Yes, they are.
2 or 3 years.
X, of course, is senior, so he will move on after this year.
Still 0-2 the count now to Perkins. And he swings and just got a piece and ricocheted off the mask of the home plate umpire. And he stays alive, still 0-2.
Bale goes out to talk to Hudson and give home plate up just a little bit of time. Perkins also giving him some space, and now I think we're ready to go back to work.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good thing because it's going to rain like crap.
Did you know that it's going to rain Friday?
I did. Might not rain Saturday.
I know. They originally were calling for rain. But
here's the 0-2. Outside, good take.
And if it doesn't rain on Saturday, it's not going to hurt my feelings because I would love to work in my yard. I need to do a little mowing, believe it or not. I'm still picking up leaves from last fall and winter that I didn't.
Well, you've got a pretty big backyard, too. In the front yard.
And a lot of oak trees.
A lot of
trees in the yard.
1-2 pitch, chopped foul. Wow, what a battle.
And I'm honestly thinking about adding a few trees. I'd love to take a few trees down.
Yeah, but
trees.
Those oak trees, leaves and limbs.
Yep.
All over the place.
All day, every day.
Yep.
All day, every day.
Got to get you some cedar trees, being Cedartown and all.
I've got a couple of cedar trees. They're right there on the
1-2 pitch. Little flare shot to shortstop. Should be an easy play, and it will be, and that will retire the side. Unfortunately, that battle ends with a pop-up. We head now to the 7th inning. Cedartown down by 6. The score, Carrollton 10 and Cedartown 4. Back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number, 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
It'll be the top of the 7th inning. 10-4 is your score here at Cedartown High School. Dogs trail by 6. Cedartown needs a shutdown 1-2-3 inning. If they want a chance to get back into this one, you need to hold the Trojans right where they are. It looks like for Carrollton, it will be 4, 5, and 6 due up. Kingter, White, and Binion, unless they make some substitutions. But it will be Bryce Kingter to lead things off for Carrollton here in the top of the 7th inning.
And he'll face the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Number 1, Will Graham will be the new pitcher.
So the book will officially close on Connor Peak. He went 3 innings. 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts.
Pitch on the way is going to be inside, almost hit him, 1 ball, no strikes from Graham.
So far through 6 innings, the Dogs have given up 10 runs on 8 hits, 9 of them earned.
1-0. Hit on the ground past third and through for a base hit.
They have surrendered 5 walks and recorded only 3 strikeouts. So
but I tell you, those walks, though, Sam,
hurt. They hurt bad.
Most of them were the bases loaded.
Yes, and with 2 outs. So it will be number 1, Jordan White. I tried to combine 1 Jordan and White all into one word, and it did not work.
Hey, I commend you for trying. The pitch misses in, 1 ball, no strikes, almost hit him again.
And he did not make much of an effort to get out of the way. Time called out on the field. There is a loose baseball. Not a streaker, just a baseball. Nevertheless, we will pause to retrieve it, and now we are good to go. So White will stand back in against Will Graham for the Dogs. Kingter over at first base. Nobody out.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Pitch is not a strike. Throw to second is a strike, and they got it! He slid into the bag, and the bag popped out of the ground, and I think because the bag popped out of the ground, he didn't have a bag to hold on to.
No, he didn't, and I tell you, Allred made a heck of a throw down to second base, and a good catch there in tag applied by Caleb Formby, who was moved over from his spot at second base over to shortstop.
And there's a little tapper, left side. I thought it might have hit it ball 4, and that's going to be an infield hit. It really looked like it might have been a foul ball, but that was not the call.
I'm going to agree with you.
just the way it sounded when it came off the plate.
It sounded like it.
It sounded like it hit a body.
Yes, and it has that very distinct sound that it kind of makes right off the bat, and it did sound like it hit.
You know, our field mic is really, it's right there on the field, so it's picking up those sounds, and it really sounded like a thump.
But no thump or kaplunk called, and so White will stand at first base, and that's going to bring up Binion, who has an RBI and a walk credited to his name, and he takes outside and in the dirt for ball one. A good stop there by Allred. And Graham is behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes.
And the pitch on the way is going to be a bit high, I think.
Graham has a bit of a sidearm delivery. Interesting look from the young man there.
Didn't we see Graham pitch in
Brunswick?
In Brunswick.
We did.
2-0 pitch is going to bounce away. Runner's going to try to move over, and there'll be no play. The count now 3-0. I think the runner was off anyway, but it bounced up there.
He was off and moving anyways. You're right.
So the count now 3 balls and no strikes. Speaking of catchers, it was good to see Eli Barrow yesterday. He was at the game at Central. Of course, he goes to West Georgia. 3-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike one.
I have to say he is probably one of my favorite catchers of all time. He's in the ranks for me of Javi Lopez and Pudge Rodriguez.
There's the 3-1, outside, ball 4. So runners will be at first and second.
You know who my least favorite catcher of all time?
Piazza.
Mike stinking Piazza.
I figured it. He's the most overrated catcher that ever was. And he's in the Hall of Fame.
What the heck?
I know.
And remember that phase that he went through where he bleached his hair?
I do.
Oh, what was he thinking, man? But I guarantee you, he's either living in sunny California or sunny Florida and could care less.
Wasn't the early 2000s a great time?
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Bleached hair and flipped out hat hair. That was the way it went. Breaking ball misses, 1 ball, no strikes.
And to make this generation of kids understand what we went through as far as that, they have a perfect example, which they probably wouldn't know who he is anyways, even though he's on TV.
1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike 1, 1-1 the count.
I mean, does Guy Fieri not look like he is stuck in 2001?
He does.
Now, I love the guy. I think he's fantastic.
I don't know how he's still alive. He had a heart attack with all that food he eats. 1-1. Breaking ball and called strike 2. Seriously, though.
I agree. He eats a lot of good food. Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Love that show.
My favorite that he's got right now is TOC, because he has to abbreviate everything. So it's TOC. It's Tournament of Champions.
1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Probably the best pitch we've seen Graham throw right now.
It was good.
The count is the outs are 2. The count is 0-0 because the next batter's coming up.
And that was Dorian Jordan. That was his first at bat. So this will be number 9, Dylan Bishop. And this will be the 8th spot in the order.
And the pitch, a big swing and a miss.
Tell you what, Graham has looked good these last 2 hitters. He does have the runner in wide out at second and Binion over at first, but he's got 2 outs, and he is dealing.
The 0-1.
And I don't think we can explain or really tell you how just imperative it is that the Dogs hold the Trojans right here if they want any type of chance of picking up a win here at home and stretching that win streak out to 4.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Allred thought it was already 2 strikes, so he applied the tag there. That's okay.
He might have just done it just to be safe.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Why not?
I don't blame him. I like it. Better safe than sorry.
White at second, Binion at first. 1-2 count. The pitch on the way is popped up to the right side. Dingle giving chase, but he's going to run out of room.
Nice ball.
I'll be right back. Let me go get my gloves. Let's go.
Everybody's got to go back to their respective bases. Binion just now getting back over to first. White at second, and now we're ready to go.
Thank you for that. That was Tyler Wade at first base who was going after the ball. That pitch just missed outside 2-2. So the Dogs have really wholesale changes. Really, I don't think anybody is playing the same position they were when the game started, with the exception of the right fielder and left fielder.
Yep.
They're still out there. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Just missed, ball 3.
Everett Perkins is over at third. Ace Allen got the start at third. Caleb Formby is at short. He got the start over at second, and X Holiday started at shortstop. Owen Gerald out at second base.
Pitch is foul at the plate. A big swing and a miss. Runners were taken off on the 3-2 pitch, as I would expect them to do.
Tony Ware out
2
at
outs.
center field. He replaced Jack Roper. Tyler Wade with his first inning of work over at first base, and of course Gavin Allred replaced Dakota Matthews behind the plate. And the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out.
And the payoff pitch again. A tapper toward third base. Perkins picks it up, and he mishandled it. That'll be the first error of the ball game.
He got ready to go to third before he secured the ball and left the ball where he was standing, and that will load the bases for the Trojans. So Graham running into some more trouble here with 2 outs as the bases are now loaded. And it will be number 10, John Cobb. John Cobb.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, swung and missed. Good pitch.
Not Corn Cobb.
Nope. Not Ty Cobb.
Not Ty Cobb.
Not Cobb County.
Not Cobb County. Not Phil Cobb. John Cobb.
Take it inside.
Right.
Yeah. 1-1 the count.
You were a Perks guy, and I believe Mr. Cobb was a Cedar Hill guy, so you didn't have Phil
I didn't
Cobb.
have him. That's outside 2-1 the count. But I'm happy you remember Cedar Hill and Perks.
I do.
Because you didn't go to either one
I
of
did
those
not.
schools.
Phil Cobb was my 6th grade math teacher. He gave...
Here's the 2-1. Low and in, ball 3.
After school detention, quite regularly. But first he would give you a warning for after school detention.
Which
I was a frequent flyer of warnings for after school
I was about to say,
detention.
which didn't really do any good
And
for you.
one day, and I know this is going to come to a shock to everyone.
First the 3-1 pitch, and here it is. Swung at ball 4, I thought, and it's going to be 3-2 as he fouls it back.
Mr. Cobb gave me a warning for after school detention for talking. And about 10 minutes later,
Shocker.
He issued me another warning for after school detention, which my smart butt replied with, "You've already given me a warning." And he said, "Well then, Mr. Brandt, you now have after school detention."
I'm sure you were a joy as a child.
Oh, you know it. I tell you what, though, he was a heck of a math teacher.
Runners will be on the move on the 3-2 pitch. And here it is. And it's a fly ball to right field. And the catch will be made. The base is left loaded here in the top of the 7th inning. That's about as good of an ending of the 7th inning as you could get, considering how things were looking. Dogs will have to score 6 to tie and 7 to win. It's a tough task. We'll see if they can do it in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Cedartown trails 10-4 back after 60 seconds.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
10-4, we head to the final frame. The Dogs down to their final 3 outs. Cedartown trailing by 6. Doesn't that music right there just put you in the mood for Braves baseball? I mean, quintessential, Truist Park,
Dropped a bomb on me?
No, the intro music.
Oh, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the you dropped a bomb on me,
Number
does it?
16, Tweet Carroll.
All right, so it'll be number 16. Gerald came in to play second base. He will lead things off.
And the first pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hudson still out on the mound for Carrollton. He came in relief and pitched the 6th inning, so he'll stick around here for the 7th. Pretty efficient.
The 0-1 is a called strike. 1-1 the count now.
Gerald only gave up 1 hit and 1 walk in that top of the 6th inning.
1-1 pitch, here it is. That's fouled back. 1-2 now.
Hudson, 24 pitches, 15 of which have been 4 strikes. And he is ahead in the count against Gerald. 1-2, nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Leadoff man up for the Dogs. We need 6 to tie.
1-2 misses in the dirt, 2-2.
7 to win.
Come on, big man.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Little fly ball to the right side, foul territory. First baseman is there. He'll make the catch, and the pop-up is history. 1 gone.
Cobb really turned that one into a can of corn, didn't he?
I knew he was coming.
We will not be here all night, folks, but we will be here for just a little bit longer as Jay O'Neill comes to the plate. We will be here all night tomorrow night, though. I know we mentioned it, but just as a reminder, the Dogs were originally scheduled to play Friday, but it'll be tomorrow here at the Doghouse, 5 o'clock, 7:30.
There's a tapper foul.
7:30 tentative start time for Game 2 of the doubleheader against the Central Lions. Cedartown 1-0 in region play, looking to pick up 2 more wins tomorrow night. If we took a 3-0 start to region play.
Said he went around. I thought he checked his swing, to be honest with you. Nothing can do the count now to Jay O'Neill, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. But you're right, Sam. That would be huge in getting started in region play. The 0-2, low and away, ball 1.
Good take there by O'Neill. Jay is Cedartown's normal DH. Did not get the start today. Samuel Forby would start in his place.
The 1-2. Just missed outside 2-2. He didn't start yesterday either. Dalen Holiday got the call to be the DH. But Jay O'Neill getting inserted into this ball game after it already began. And it's tapped foul back again, 2-2. If I recall, he had a pretty long at bat his last time before he finally struck out.
You are correct. A good battle from O'Neill. Top of the 7th inning, Braves still on top of the Orioles, 6-5.
That's at the Orioles Park in Florida. 2-2 pitch is low and away, full count, 3-2. On my bucket list is to go down to Northport and see the Braves play at Cool Today Park. I got to see them at Disney's Wide World of Sports. That was fun.
So did I.
3-2 pitch, foul back again. We'll do it again. I enjoyed that, but I could tell, even me, I could tell that ballpark was definitely aging. And the facility they have at Northport looks incredible. So hopefully one of these days I can go down there. 3-2 pitch again, swing and a miss, strike 3, and O'Neill is down, and the Dogs are down to their final out.
I went down for my birthday one year. I saw 3 games in 3 days. I had a very disappointed mother because I went by myself. And the worst part of it was I stayed at a nice little resort kind of off of Disney, and I thought one day it'd be cool to hang out by the pool, and then I realized as a solo male.
That ball's slapped foul to the left side, the other way. 0-1 the count now with Wade, the batter now, his first at bat.
At a very family-heavy resort, might not be the best.
You were like, I want to get out of here.
Yep. I stuck out like a sore thumb.
Tyler Wade, the batter. Tyler takes low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Luckily, they had a very nice poolside refreshment and food area.
Good.
That I would hang out.
The 1-1.
Good.
Took it inside, checked the swing, 2-1 the count.
Wild World of Sports did have, right behind where I sat, because I sat on the first base side for all 3 games, and I think it was kind of one of those deals where they had multiple locations throughout the park, but they had some barbecue sandwiches that were just fantastic.
2-1 to Wade. Called strike 2. Wow.
Wait a minute. I know he's ready to go home, but come on now.
Now, I remember you had to walk a long way at Wild World of Sports.
Yes, you did.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Dogs fall to the Carrollton Trojans tonight. The final score, Carrollton 10 and Cedartown 4. We'll come back and wrap up this ball game after a 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
10-4 is your final score here from Cedartown High School on this Wednesday night edition of Cedartown High School Baseball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. The Bulldogs fall to the Carrollton Trojans. Cedartown goes to a record of 3-9 on the season, while the Trojans improve to a record of 8-5. Your final line from tonight: Carrollton 10 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Cedartown 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Gavin Allred would go 1 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 7 runs, 6 of which earned on 3 walks and 1 strikeout. Ra Ware would come in relief. He would go 1 1/3, giving up just 1 hit and 1 walk. Connor Peak, 3 innings pitched with 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and Will Graham would close things out for Cedartown in that top of the 7th inning with just 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. The Bulldogs will return to action tomorrow afternoon. Yes, tomorrow, not Friday. That game has been moved to tomorrow as we host the Central Lions in region play. First game will start at 5 p.m. Second game should start hopefully somewhere in the neighborhood of 7:30. The Dogs looking to pick up another region win as we defeated Central yesterday. So 3 straight days of baseball for our Bulldogs, 2 of which will be against region opponents. And if I'm not mistaken, is this our last non-region contest of the season, or do we have one more?
No, we've got some more. We're going to play some
Oh, that's right. We've got to go to Lake Point.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. And that will get us a couple of non-region matchups, but a lot of region games.
Yeah. That's going to be in April when we play up at Lake Point toward the end of the season. But,
other than that, it's going to be just jam-packed full of region games. We'll finish things out with Central here tomorrow. Then we'll take care of Heritage next week. The week after that is Northwest Whitfield, and then you'll be looking at April. And a lot of baseball left, region just getting started. And I think it's very important, Andrew, for the Dogs to do well tomorrow and at least take one of those 2 games.
Yeah, then you wrap up the season with Sonorville and Southeast Whitfield. Sonorville, of course, will be the last series of the season. As you recall, last year we hosted them for 2 games of the season, and of course we won the region on that walk-off, and something I know that this team will never forget. But here, the Bulldogs fall to the Carrollton Trojans, and Sam, it was just one really bad inning was the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, it was. It was that 5-run second inning that just really did the damage for the Dogs, and it came down to a lot of the same things that situations that we've dealt with before that have caused us trouble. 2-out trouble, walks, wild pitches, runners getting on, courtesy of hit by pitch, and just a situation where the Dogs have a difficulty controlling the bleeding once it gets started, and that's exactly what happened there in the second inning when Carrollton would put up 5 runs. They would have a 7-0 lead in the third inning. So just a tough day for the Dogs here.
Tough to overcome when you're down that big that early. So hopefully the Bulldogs can put this behind them. And tomorrow, a couple of big region games. Again, first pitch tomorrow, 5 p.m. Jamie Newsom, myself, will be on the call for that, and Sam Branch will join us for the call for the nightcap of that doubleheader. And we hope he'll join us right here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Again, your final score, 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Carrollton, 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for the Cedartown Bulldogs tonight. For Sam Branch and Tyrone back at the radio station, Andrew Carter wishing you a good night and God bless. And as always, go Dogs.